Look, we got attacks going on hard wallets. We got meme coin prices going crazy. FOMC's having meetings, and we got some things going on in the cryptocurrency space that I don't personally agree with. But it is what it is. Welcome back to another episode of Where the Money At. You know we locked in on cryptocurrency, so let me share my screen and let's get right into it. We got Bitcoin sitting right at 43,000, having a little cool off this week from the crazy price action we've had recently. We got Ethereum sitting right at 2,300, good round numbers. We got BNB sitting at $252, XRP sitting at $63, and Solana sitting at 74.73. Wow, we're having a really great week, and it just shot up 7% today. So we're gonna see what's up with that. And we got some meme coin going crazy. I know y'all heard about it, but let's get into a little bit of a technical analysis. And today we're gonna look at let's look at the current price range we're in for Bitcoin. So it's looking like we're going to live between 45,000 and 40,000, right at give or take, for the next couple days, couple weeks. And we'll see. Nothing crazy there, nothing dramatically changing there. But let's check the RSI and the MACD to have a little bit better of the momentum. And I like to check the RSI and the MACD on the weekly. So as far as the RSI on the weekly is telling us that we're really in the overbought range, you know what I'm saying? So we have a little bit more time to cool down. So let's check what the MACD says. The MACD says we have a little bit more momentum to head towards the upside. We're kind of halfway through one of those cycles. It hasn't turned white yet. When these bars start to turn white, we'll see these lines kind of head towards the downside. But what this is saying right now is we could have a little bit possible more upward momentum. So the RSI and the MACD are saying two completely different things. So we'll see, and that's why you kind of have to take both of these with a grain of salt. Let's see what they say on the monthly really quickly before we get into the news for the day. Uh, the RSI for the monthly on Bitcoin's price action is kind of right in the middle, but it's headed towards the overbought side. But it's saying we have some more momentum in the MACD too. They're both saying we both have possible more momentum to go up. So we'll see. Let's see if we could head towards 50,000 and see what we do then. I have this big large downtrend here. It doesn't mean anything, but you want to kind of pay attention to what it does after it breaks large downtrends, large uptrends. But that's it for the news today. So let's get into the news. The FOMC had a meeting today and they held rates steady. So what it's starting to look like, if I bring up the chart here, it's starting to look like this could be that big pause. You know what I'm saying? Like I had some predictions that they could go a little bit higher, but they didn't. So this is looking like it could be that indefinite pause. Now, what normally happens when the Fed pauses like that? Let's go back to the daily and let's close these. Let's look at the S&P 500. So what happens normally when the Fed pauses? This is a pause, and we normally rally for a little bit. And I indicated pauses by these circles. If we go back to 2006, 7, the circles here, after we paused, we rallied for a little bit. So that would, and we paused back in 2001, 2000ish. That would give us room to head higher. So that's what it's looking like. I don't know. I just haven't been too convinced lately. Everybody knows I'm a bear, but I mean, because we've already had, what I'm saying, 180, 170% rise this year in price action. So we'll see. But that does give us, if past is any indicator of what could possibly happen in the future. When we pause, there is typically a rally as far as the S&P goes. You know what I'm saying? And Bitcoin has only been around since 2008. So we're gonna see how it does. Is it going to follow the S&P if we go on another rally, or is it going to go against it and head downwards? Or is the S&P going to head downwards and Bitcoin heads up? You never know, but you want to have a plan for every possible scenario that plays out. That's what we're about on this channel. Just making sure we have a plan. It doesn't matter if I'm bullish, if I'm bearish, or what Twitter thinks or what CSNBC thinks. Long as we have a plan for every possible scenario, we give ourselves the best opportunity to execute. So we went over interest rates. Let's go over this huge ledger hack. So it seems like there was a hack on the Ethereum chain dealing with servers or a particular protocol. One thing I'll say just off top is I wouldn't have any of my hard wallets connected to anything hot. You know what I'm saying? I just, send my tokens there from exchanges, but I wouldn't connect it to anything hot, because that's the point of a ledger being, as cold of a storage as you can get it. You know what I'm saying? You want it away from anything connected to the internet. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to interact with these protocols and make your moves. But they're talking here about how it broke down, and the story we're getting so far is the attacker used a phishing exploit to compromise a computer of a former Ledger employee, gaining access to the employee's nodes, package manager, and JavaScript. So that is what it is. I'll leave the this article here so you can kind of read exactly what we believe happened so far. But this happened today, and I'm not gonna get in too deep into it, but I think this is a good opportunity to say, I personally use Ledger, but I don't interact with any protocols based off of it. So I believe I'm pretty good. But you could have multiple cold storages. You could have Ledger, you could have Trezors. I'm pretty sure there's more out there that you could have. So there's nothing wrong with that. Anything else I want to say? Yeah, just be careful with all these protocols and dapps that you're interacting with, and be careful what you connect your MetaMask to and how you connect your wallet to these things. Let's see. Oh, so these things happen in the crypto space. You know what I'm saying? Hacks happen all the time. They're about no software is perfect. No software is impermeable. You know what I'm saying? So this is a great opportunity for Ledger to handle this like a boss, or B, let it fester into something bigger. You know what I'm saying? So let's pay attention. I'm a fan of Ledger, but they seem to have a couple of exploits lately, a lot going on. So that may uh have me looking into other options. You always want to keep your options open. So it may be a good time to diversify between the cold storages and hard ledgers that you use. So that's the ledger exploit. Let's get into Bonk. So Bonk is a Solana. Let's refresh the page. Is a Solana meme coin, and it has gone absolutely crazy in the last week. In the last 24 hours, it's up almost 70% because they listed it on Coinbase, and once something gets listed on Coinbase, it typically gets a pretty big bump in price. But see, these type of moves, when you start seeing 100% on the week, 70% on the day, those are bull run type price actions. You know what I'm saying? Like when we actually get into parabolic price action, like real bull run stuff, this 100% on the week will turn into daily price action. Like it'll probably have went up if this happened while we were in a bull and it got listed on Coinbase during a parabolic bull market. It probably would have went up 200%, 250%. And that's just me being, optimistic, conservative, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. For every bonk, there's a million coins that didn't do that, but I know a couple people who got in bonk way back in January. So shout out to them. Shout out to everybody who got their bags today. I saw a couple tweets of some people who knew what was coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how to find the meme coins yet. That's why it's called Where the Money At, because we don't know everything. But you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a bunch of changes when it comes to this top 100. And if you're able to go into, the top 200, 250, top 1,000 coins and find the next ones, that's great. But I like to play it safe, and I like that balanced, what I'm saying, proven. I ain't messing with meme coins yet. Dogecoin has stood the test of time, but I still don't have a large position in meme coins yet. So that may be the next thing, what I'm saying, how to do meme coin research, how to find them, what I'm saying, what deck screener and stuff like that. So I might have some people come up here and talk about how they found them. So let's get into, oh, so there's a couple of things that I see when it comes to the cryptocurrency space that I may not necessarily agree with. In particular, I'm talking about cryptocurrency YouTube. When I talk about or when I post videos, there is a certain responsibility that I have to understand. Like I have to say things like, "This is not financial advice," because this is not financial advice. I am just a guy in my free time who enjoys crypto, and I enjoy researching, and I bring you guys the research that I find. You know what I'm saying? My notes that I find. But there is a particular responsibility because once I upload this video, somebody's going to watch it and it's going to influence something that they do, whether they choose to buy something or whether they choose not to buy something. So that's what I'm talking about. And the two channels I'm gonna pick on today are because I've watched these guys before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, saying throwing shade or picking on these guys, but some people don't have, what I'm saying, like the greatest info. They just have the algorithm figured out. Like Vision Post, he does TA videos. He does, and he uploads every day, very consistent. But he has Bull Run in every title. And if you go down, I mean, he posts every day. Like the dude got 8,000 videos. You know what I'm saying? Like every day. I ain't hating on him. Get your YouTube money. But if you go down 5 months ago, Bull Run, Bull Run. bull run. I mean, bro, some people just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the greatest, thing to do for every day have bull run in your channel, because that's just playing on hype. You know what I'm saying? And Jerry Banfield. Now, let me tell you about Jerry. I found Jerry because he does something called honest crypto reviews. And I was really, really feeling his crypto reviews. I feel like he was really, really honest with it. But he had stated something that he used to just make XRP videos. And if you just put XRP in the title of your video, it's going to get 100 views just like that. It's going to boost it. Like if you put bull run in your videos, the algorithm knows what to boost and it will drive people to that video. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to be talking about, what I'm saying, anything really, really important. But if you put XRP or bull run inside of your videos, you're gonna get views. You know what I'm saying? And he came out and said, he stopped doing that because he couldn't sleep at night. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like you did something that was like kind of whack, and then you came back and you started doing honest crypto reviews, because that's when I found him. And then he went right back to doing what he did, except this time he's talking about ICP. You know what I'm saying? This video is talking about ICP. This video is talking about ICP. And he just drops video on video. And I want you to watch out for these people, because sometimes it can be a hype train. You know what I'm saying? And he may influence you. Like I said, as soon as you drop a video on YouTube, you have some type of responsibility that you have to have. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging Vision or Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do to get that crypto money. But I want you guys watching this channel to be aware of some of the things that go on in this space. And I want you to apply scrutiny to everybody you watch, including myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's if they're preaching about one coin over and over again, and to be honest with you, ICP may be the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? He may be right. Whenever the bull run is over with, we're going to see how well ICP does. And it has a good community. I think it's a decent project, but I don't think it's worth everything. And these type of videos can influence you to put larger bags inside of, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are very, very hyped up videos. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on, but I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He can post whatever he want. He can post whatever he want, and I can post whatever I want, and we'll see at the end of the day where it gets us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them too, because they're in the community. But I don't necessarily agree with putting bull run in every video, and I don't necessarily agree with putting XRP in every title and just adding to the hype train, because people are going to watch it just because they're so locked in on one token. I mean, if you're going to be locked in on one token out of 40,000 cryptos, who is to say that you're right? You know what I'm saying? And everybody in crypto doesn't understand, and people watching your videos, they may have heard about ICP from a Instagram post, and then they come to your videos and you're hyping it up, and they throw all their money in there. You know what I'm saying? And then we may have a 50% retraction or just a 10% retraction, but because this person threw all their money into an altcoin, and Bitcoin retracts 5 to 10%, and this altcoin may retract 30 to 40%, this person may have just lost half of their money based off of something that you did. And whether or not that's his intention or not, because I stopped watching his videos once he started doing the all ICP stuff. Like I was feeling his crypto reviews, then he started doing that nonsense. So I just think we have a big responsibility as content creators to be very careful with what we talk about. And that's why I try to preach the balance approach, you know what I'm saying? The blue chip approach, you know what I'm saying? 50% of your portfolio should be Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then, you can have some at-risk plays after that. And you should also never invest more than you're willing to lose. So, and what does that mean? Never invest more than you're willing to lose. If you put $100,000 inside of crypto, you have to be okay losing $100,000. You have to be okay losing your entire portfolio, because that is the type of risk that we're dealing with this asset class. It is very new, it is very volatile, and nobody is to say that any of these projects can. Do you know that we don't even know who created Bitcoin? Think about that. Like Satoshi Nakamoto, we don't know who that is. It could be a group of people. It could be the CIA. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be very careful with how we do these things. Ethereum could go down any second. It's a company like anything else. Tether could go down at any second. But the likelihood of it I don't think it's too high. I think there's enough money in the ecosystem and there's enough people supporting it to where I believe it'll maintain for a while. None of this is financial advice, but that's what I believe. But I'm not gonna keep carrying on, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later.